Hello, Aquarius. These are going to be your messages. Also, Aquarius, these messages are timeless. So these messages will apply for whenever you see this. So let's get started, Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, first of all, the message that I was getting for you is you wrestling with something. You've been wrestling with something. You have been, you may have been having trouble focusing. I'm getting that there's some issue with being able to focus. I'm also getting there's a lot of hot topics. These hot topics may be to do with you or someone else or a situation. I'm also getting like gossip that you're hearing or maybe looking for. I also feel like you may feel like someone's trying to create gossip or something like that. Or you might be doing this. Any other messages, Spirit? Oh, okay. I'm hearing, take on me, take on me, take me on, take on me, I'll be gone. Ooh. I know I gotta stick to my day job. But that's the song that was coming through. Aquarius, some of you, that may be what you're thinking too, is you gotta stick to your day job, like, or go back to your day job, because something that you are doing or trying to do, you might be struggling with that. But with take on me, like you may feel like you're taking on a lot, or you're taking on too much. You may be on the take, or somebody's on the take with you, or someone is treating you like this is what you're doing to them, and that's their experience with you. But there is this there's also this energy I feel with take on me is like someone is giving you ultimatum, or there's some sort of ultimatum happening, like you need to take this up or it's going to be gone, or you're trying to take something up before it's gone. There's a momentum here that may be outrunning you, or you might be running away from something or trying to run towards something, or someone may be doing this with you. But let's get into your messages, because a few came out. I already shuffled and laid out your spread. Stick around, because we're going to take a look at what some additional guidance is for you. Now, the card that popped out, Aquarius, for you is the Palace of Swords. Okay, so this, after the King of Swords, is this Palace of Swords. So you are in the realm of thought, of communication, of planning, of examination, of imagination. But yeah, you may be doing a lot of writing. You could be also dealing with a lot of documentation. But this is mental creativity. Okay, this is intention setting too with this energy. You know, air energy is about, you know, the ability to create or break down. This is around you trying to make sense of something, or you're using a lot of logic, or you know, there's just a lot of thoughts going on. There may be a lot of communication, a lot of words, a lot of reasoning, a lot of knowledge, a lot of truth, but also perhaps shifts in focus that you are experiencing, or you may be having issues with this. But there's like you're just riding this information highway. I don't know if this is serving you or not, but let's see, okay? Now, there's this energy of world building or, you know, construction. You may be trying to construct something, but there's also a lot of details, details. I'm getting that there, Aquarius, you may be finding or trying to be mindful to be remembering things. You may be trying to remember something that was said or something you need to do or something that you know, you may be trying to deal with forgetfulness. You may not even be taking notes or writing stuff down. Maybe you are. But I also feel like it's like needing to remember things, right? Maybe there's things that are being said that you want to be able to say again. Or for some of you, I'm getting, this is you. I mean, for some of you, there's a few of you out here, Aquarius, that are telling so many lies and they're catching up with you or starting to, because you can't remember the lies you're telling. Okay? Or this is happening with someone you're dealing with towards you, or that you see this is happening too. Okay? But there's like this energy of the lies catching up. For some of you, you may be starting to tell lies. For others of you, you may be being more, you may be speaking more truth or speaking more of your truth. Now, the overall energy surrounding you, Aquarius, is you do have the Page of Cups. Others may be speaking more of their truth to you, and others may be lying to you as well. This could be happening too. You have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a youthful energy, is a young energy. So you could be dealing with people who are younger than you, or you could have a new attitude where you're feeling creative and you're being creative and you have new creative projects. This may be your intuition lit up right now at this time. Aquarius, you may be doing a lot of conversating, a lot of messaging, receiving messages, looking for communication, others looking for communication with you. But also with this Page of Cups energy, this is water energy. So you could be dealing with things on a subconscious level. This is also perhaps you experiencing a new emotion or being in your feelings. You might be starting to have emotion, because Aquarius, you usually think a lot. You're the water barrier, but you're the innovator, right? You're the thinker. And so you may be starting to get in touch with your feelings, or something is happening in your heart space. This may even be you focusing on intimacy, nurturing. You may be starting to become spiritual, or starting a spiritual practice, or exploring spirituality. This is you perhaps focusing on, you know, for some, you're dealing with people who lack emotional intelligence. This also could be you lacking emotional intelligence from time to time, perhaps often, or maybe you're trying to expand that. But the Page of Cups is talking about you may be looking at creating new things, or what you can create. You may be trying to, you know, create a way out of something or create a way towards something. But you may be focused on trying to heal, or that you are healing, or these are all things that could be happening around you or towards you or coming at you concerning others, or the situations you are looking at, or that's coming into focus. Now, what's underneath that though, is you do have the Seven of Swords, but it is followed by the Six of Swords. Okay, there's a lot of mental energy, and then you have the Knight of Wands. So there's movement. Someone may be being very assertive or impulsive or just driven, or motivated. You may be having start-stop situations or interactions with people. You may be in and out about something, or feeling flaky, or somebody's flaky with you, or you have somebody that is very impulsive. You may be trying to get something right the first time and maybe struggling with that. You could be just fucking angry. Look at that fire-breathing dragon. Or somebody might be angry with you. But what I'm seeing here with the Seven of Swords, you could be experiencing stinking thinking. This here, Seven of Swords is speaking to deception, getting away with something, taking advantage, being taken advantage of, betrayal, lies, strategy, cunning, being crafty. This is sneaky behavior here. And then with the Six of Swords, you may be trying to get away from something that a transition is happening with, because this Seven of Swords looks like it's trying to get the hell away from the Six of Swords. So there's something that's moving forward. Could be to do around some plans, or with your dealings with someone or others, where there's some sort of transition that you may be trying to avoid or escape, or that you don't want to be part of that transition. Okay, the regime change perhaps. But there's an air of deceptive behavior. You may be trying to get out the way, move. Someone may be coming for you, or you feel like something's coming for you, and you're sensing this intuitively, or this may be as a result of, something you've created, okay, that you were impulsive or naive or irrational, and it's too late to think better of it for some of you. For some of you, this is concerning a child or children. For some of you, you're getting the deets on something that you've been trying to get news or a message on here. And it may be coming through to you from someone young, or from a message you hear, or from what someone tells you. But also, with this Page of Cups, I feel like I can't help but point out that in this particular Page of Cups, someone looks sad. For some of you, you may be getting bad news, or you just hearing about bad news going on around you or to do with others, and it may have you in your head, or there may be a situation that's going on that you think that it needs to be taken seriously, or yeah, for some of you, Aquarius, you may be hurt, or someone may be hurt by you. Or you may be hurt by someone here. But there's an air of sadness here. There could be someone who has some sort of sadness that you are involved with or dealing with here. But you may be trying to heal something. Now, your energy and attitude, Aquarius, is you got the Two of Swords. So, again, this is speaking to that intuition. This is you trying to make balanced decisions or be more balanced in your mind. This is you focusing on trying to get peace of mind. This is you not wanting to experience or to come out of stagnation or any stalemate. This is you dealing with indecision. This is you perhaps dealing with the one-on-one conversation with someone in particular. This is you trying to have harmony with someone else. You may be weighing something up. There's two options. Maybe you're trying to sense what the option is or should be. with this Two of Swords, but the Two of Swords speaks to duality. So there is two, you might be in two minds of about something, or there you may be able to have two ways of thinking about something that you are coming to, or that you are aware of. But I do see you trying to balance your thoughts, or be more balanced in your communication or your plans. I also feel like there's something you may be putting off looking at, or wanting to put off here with this Two of Swords. So you're definitely weighing a lot of things up in your mind. For some of you, your intuition is started, or you becoming more intuitive. For some of you, you're trying to figure out how you want something to be, you want to block something, or you want to unblock something here, or someone. Because this Two of Swords, she's kind of like, oh, like you may be even feeling over it sometimes. You may feel like, you know, people or persons play too much. It's like tricks for kids. You may be having trouble, you know, being more serious about something that perhaps require you to be serious. But definitely dealing with some indecision too. Now, some situations coming up for you, Aquarius. Overall, there's a greedy man. Now, you're either dealing with the, and underneath that, someone has kept some secrets, or some secrets are being kept that looks like the secret's gonna get out, or you feel like a secret is quiet as kept. You're determined to get the goods, right? You want to eat it up. This is going to happen through social doings, or this could be someone or others seeing you this way, or interested in you in this way, whatever you got going on. But someone is being greedy, or being seen as a greedy man here. That either has too much, doing too much. There may be some hoarding here. This is someone that perhaps doesn't make any sacrifices. This is someone that might be on the take. There could be some stealing around concerning this greedy man. I hope that's not you, Aquarius. I'm just saying. Because you do have social problems. So something's coming full circle here, okay? Something is going to come to a close, or come to a head, or there's some business that's going to get finished up. But there's some social problems around this. There may be issues with authority, or control, or power struggle, or with what's being managed, or prioritizing or lack of prioritizing. There may be social issues with others. You're not getting along with others, or others aren't getting along with you, or you're watching this. And then you have need to plan. For some of you, you're planning an escape, a getaway. With need a plan, this is a 68 breaking down to a 14. So we're looking at temperance. Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, but this is a focus on trying to do something in moderation, or needing to come up with a way that something can be done in moderation, needing to tweak, needing to come up with a way to organize or make things better or work things out. Or there's a need for better planning, or there's now a need to come up with a plan because the plan that was in place is screwed or went haywire. Or there's just a lot that needs to be done and sorted out. There may be a lot of plans around something or someone. But there's this energy of creating. There may be a lot of writing, a lot of reading, a lot of documentation, a lot of talking. And then you have the helpful boy, which is a 9, speaking to the Hermit energy. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, that may be possible. But it looks like you are focusing on being a very helpful person and youthful, or you bring a lot of energy to a situation, or someone's going to be coming in who is a helpful boy. There's always assisting. I also feel like, Aquarius, for some of you, you focused on your children, taking care of your children. And you may be dealing with some social issues that could be going on with your children. Or you're needing to make plans for your children. Also, what you have coming in is good choices. That's a 65, breaking down to an 11. So this is making right decisions, focusing on doing things on the up and up, looking for the right thing to happen, getting the right thing to happen. You may have been at a crossroads. I mean, the 2 of Swords speaks to that as well. But I feel like you're going to come to a point where you're going to reach a fork in the road, Aquarius. And in that fork of the road, that is the time that you need to make good choices, a balanced choice. Okay, something may be coming up, and whatever that is going to change direction as a result of your decision or indecision or balanced choice or poor choice. So this is you focusing on making a good choice, or you are being encouraged to do that. Now, you could be dealing with someone that, you know, it's concerning them, or they're dealing with you in this way, and there's, you know, with interest on a good choice, doing things on the up and up, doing the right thing, doing what's best. Then you have the caring mother. So there may be some sort of commitment. For some of you, you know, with the caring mother, you may be caring for your mother or spending more time with your mother, or your mother wanting to do that with you. With caring mother, you may be taking on a really huge or larger parenting role with taking care of your children. You could be caring for the mother of your children. But this here is you experiencing some nurturing or being a nurturer. This is you spending time with your children. For some of you, spending a lot of time with your children. For some of you, valuing what time you do get to spend with your children. For some of you, you have a child or children with someone that you see as a caring mother who stays on top of things and makes sure, you know, the child or children is always okay, always taking action, and you are admiring that, or you're grateful for that, or you are recognizing that, whether you're saying it or you're just perceiving this. For some of you, a child has not been feeling well, and the mother just went into action and took care of it, and you're like, wow, like she's, you know, she really cares, she really, you know, nurtures, she really does what got to get done, she really, you know, is dedicated. You see someone is dedicated. For some of you, I feel like you're being henpecked, where someone is coming from a, well, it started from coming from a caring place. I think it was okay with you, but now it's ridiculous. Now they're treating you like a child, or you may be treating someone like a child, or seen as doing this. For some of you, you want to be taken care of like you're somebody's child, or somebody wants you to do this. Like someone, I also feel like some of you, someone's missing their mother. Or, you know, they're needing their mother at a time that, you know, you're sorting things out, or there's some sort of issue here. Now, what came out is you do have winter. So, you know, it's cold where you are, or you're experiencing really cold conditions. You do have, at the bottom, surviving austerity. I also feel like, Aquarius, that you're tired, because I'm just feeling really, it's like I feel like your energy gets zapped quick. And especially around things that require your mind. You may do a job that requires a lot of paperwork, or a lot of mental energy, a lot of being on a computer, a lot of paperwork, shit like that. And yeah, that can be, you know, that can consume mental energy easily. Or you may be experiencing where, you know, conversations that are draining to you for some. Or this could be how you're being seen. But with this energy of surviving austerity, this may be a time where you're starting to see things where you're having less to work with, or you have very little to work with in terms of resources, or money, or creativity, or what you're crafting. Or you're around your ideas or concepts, or you feel like you know very little. There may be a focus on wanting to know more, or your thoughts may be all over the place. You may feel like you're not experiencing the abundance you're used to or deserve. You may be going through some sort of season that the conditions got you in a space of focusing on, you know, being more minimalist, having to do less, or work with less, and stretch that. I also feel like there may be challenges around money and material things, and you're trying to find ways, or having to find ways to cut expenses that put off some of your desires or interests or creative projects with this energy. You may be having some cravings that you can't indulge in anymore. You are experiencing some sort of lesson that has some harsh conditions or difficult to go through. I also feel like you are having to base things on necessity, and that's uncomfortable for you, because you want what you want, or you're used to having what you want. I also feel like with this energy, you may be trying to step away from temptations, or there are issues with stepping away from temptations, or temptations is getting the better of you, is catching up with you. That's back to, you know, something catching up with you. Your lies catching up with you, or your temptations are catching up with you. Maybe you're going in debt, or, you know, things are toppling over, or it's hard to, it's causing you a lot of stress and mental anguish, or keeping you in your head a lot, or always trying to figure shit out. You've perhaps been having some poor spending habits, or you perhaps didn't have to have spending habits that you need to create some sort of structure, because you may be needing to have a plan now where you didn't have to, because just money was always available to you and you didn't have to think about it, where now you do. And so everything you're doing, you have to be mindful of and conscious of. And it may be difficult to cope with less. But this is also going to help you to learn and to cope if you plan and if you come up with a strategy. You may not have others that you can turn to for support. You may have little to no support at this time, and you are on your own. You could be in a situation where you are the one that has, you know, the weight of financial expenses and responsibilities now fall on you due to changes and disruptions that are happening in the world that's affecting people and their livelihood. You may have been affected, where you may not be earning as much, or your hours have changed and has changed the amount of money you're used to. But for some of you, you are not turning away from your habits. Some of you, you're staying and being greedy. Or for some of you, you're dealing with someone where these matters are occurring, and the person you could be involved with, or this is concerning, is the greedy man that they won't change. I hear, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. No. They want what they want. And so now this may be you in your head taking stock of this, or if this is you looking at how you may need to change your habits, you now taking stock of this because it's caught up with you. Your need for greed, and you're getting an important lesson here. So the universe is chastising or disciplining you here to change, or to be more appreciative, or less wasteful, and more mindful. And so this is you needing to take action with this plan here. There's someone that may be someone youthful that is able to be of assistance to you. For some of you, one of your children may be going to work to be of help and bringing some income to offset some of the lack or loss in funds that you were used to or working with here. I also feel that, you know, this is a time where there's a need to prioritize and make decisions where they're balanced. And some of those decisions is to perhaps decide, don't purchase excess things, and focus your mind on what you truly need, like food, water, electricity. For some, love. You may be spending too much money, buying too many things. Your resources are depleting, and they're not being recovered. You're spending faster than it can come in. And so, yeah, for some of you, you're gambling. You got dice here. For some of you, you have a habit that's around gambling, or, you know, you're dealing with things that are dicey right now in your world and your circumstances, with your resources, with the things that you have your mind around, or that is being put before you, or that in terms of discussions in the social problems. There may be issues in a connection or certain connections where, you know, money is the culprit. You know, because people break up behind money issues. And this could be something that's happening, I see, for some of you here. With the dice, some of you are taking a chance to do something risky, sneaky, tricky, deceptive. And I see that it looks like very few will get away with this. But it looks like there's a likeliness to get caught. Okay? Because there's this, I get it, there's this drive or need for self-preservation, and there's a lack of patience with something that you haven't been able to master, or because you are finding that you're struggling being patient with a process that you never started, which was changing the way you spend, maybe saving more, spending less, or not splurging so much, or, you know, you're used to a lifestyle that has abruptly changed. And it feels all of a sudden, for some, for others of you, you saw the changes coming and you keep going anyway. You just keep gambling. You just keep taking chances. You just keep rolling the dice. And so now the situation has become dicier for you. So let's take a look at what some guidance is here for you. Now, for some of you, this here is something that is a problem between you and someone else. Either you towards them or them towards you, or both. For some of you, you are turning to your mother for help financially, or help with resources, or your mother is turning to you for that. For some of you, you know, you are still struggling with becoming more responsible. And, you know, the issues that are coming up here are creating social problems with your connections. But also there are social problems with the connections because someone is greedy and inconsiderate and not thinking of others, or mistreating. You have the unicorn. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. So you are looking to explore talents that may be unique, or you may be doing something that's very unique and trying to spend money on that, or wanting to spend money on that, and it's at a time where that's stunting that process for you. At the bottom, you got the cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over dependency on others. So there's definitely some codependency issues here that's happening for you, or with who you're dealing with, that needs to be addressed. Let's get some more messages here. And so with that Page of Cups, there may be issues, some very serious issues around irresponsibility, or not taking proper responsibility, or growing, you know, it's, you know, sometimes, you know, what is it? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Sometimes you can't just say you don't want to grow up. Sometimes you know, it's just that you just have to. You don't get a say in that. I mean you do technically, but you get what I'm saying, Aquarius. I hope this isn't you, but well, you miss, and I'm here. Remember the time? Yeah, I get that. When you had more money, and you know, when money was, you know, how you might have had 99 problems, but money wasn't one. Now money the main problem and shit. It's funny how things change. and switch up. Let's see what some additional guidance is for you, Aquarius. With these messages, there's a need to stop gambling. Some of you might be addicted to gambling, or some of you are starting to just take chances. And, you know, I hope it works for you, but it looks like you need, this is either part of the plan, or as a result, you're going to need to plan. You have observed your conversations. Wow. Be mindful and careful who you're talking to, but also be mindful and careful of how you're talking to yourself and how others are talking to you, because this here is creating negative thinking. This is causing deception and lies and betrayal and deceit. This is, you might be missing opportunities or having issues with being able to take advantage. You could be being talked out of something, or vice versa. There may be just some concepts that there's definitely some concepts you need to avoid. Observe the conversations you engage in. Are they productive or mean-spirited? Are they filled with gossip or stimulating information? Your goal is to recognize the quality of information you feed your mind each day. So what are you feeding your mind? What are you getting into? Or what do you need to take yourself out of? Because, you know, you are swimming in thought. You are in the realm of thought. And, you know, when you think it, then you conjure it, or you create it, or you manifest it. Because, you know, thoughts become things. So what are you doing, Aquarius? Or perhaps you are addressing this, but this is definitely on the table for you. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. Bye, Aquarius.